So anyways, posted the breaker here and I said, listen, I want to look for reasons to long here, because if we're going to continue, if we're going to go higher from here, this seemed like the logical area in my opinion for the higher low. So you have a few pieces of confluence here. You have the breaker, right? So this is the up candle before the down move that took out a low. When we come to the other side of it, it's an opportunity to long. However, if you would have put your stop right below the breaker, you're getting stopped out. You guys know, if you've been watching me for a while, I generally don't enter just based on the breaker alone. I like to go on the low time frame and look for a low time frame setup. We also have, this is your range, this low to this high. We also have the 50% EQ right here, right? So the mid range. So we didn't get that super deep 61.8 to 78.6 pullback, but we did get a very nice 50% pullback lining up with my breaker. Okay, now I'm turning my mind to bull mode. What am I doing? I'm saying, okay, I'm gonna go in on the lower time frames now and I'm gonna look for reasons to get long in this zone. That's the whole point of the top-down analysis. What's my bias? Okay, I'm looking for longs. Where am I looking for and why? Okay, 12-hour breaker, 4-hour breaker, 50% pullback, EQ of the range, boom, boom, boom. Now when I'm on that low time frame and I'm looking for the actual entry, I've now eliminated any sort of short setups that I might see. My bias, based on that top-down analysis that I just did, is bullish. Therefore, I am looking for bullish setups. If I just dropped this chart on you and said, get a trade without any context, you're going to be like, well, I don't know. Like, should I be longing here? Should I be shorting? You need that high time frame context. If you saw that the preceding trend was down and you're bearish, okay, now I'm going to be looking for reasons to be bearish here. Or in our case, the preceding trend is bullish. We're looking for a long for the reasons I just stated. Now, when I'm on this low time frame, it's no longer just noise and chop. I have a purpose. I'm looking for something specific. I always liken this to sniping. You're a sniper. You guys all play Call of Duty and whatnot, right? First, I start off with the binoculars. These are binoculars, by the way, guys. This is the international sign for binoculars. I'm dropping heat right now, okay? First fucking stream back from Europe, I'm dropping absolute fuego. That's fire in Spanish, because I was in Spain. And your boy is a little bilingual. He's a little trilingual, actually. Je parle français aussi. Okay? That means your mom's hot in French. First, binoculars. I'm surveying the landscape. That's your high time frame, right? What am I even looking at? I've got a view of the landscape. Okay, and now I'm looking at this building, right? Okay, I'm looking at this building. Now I've zoned in. I've gone from the weekly chart to the daily. Now I'm just looking at the building. Now I'm looking at the second floor. Now I'm taking out the sniper and I've got the scope out and I'm looking even lower. Okay, I'm looking at the second floor. Now I'm just looking at a window. You're zooming in, zooming in, zooming in. Boom, target acquired, right? You know exactly what you're looking for. I'm just waiting for that head to pop up. Bean shot every time. Every time. And in this instance, I'm zooming into my execution time frame and I'm looking for one of those fractals, one of those setups that I trade, one of those setups that I discussed in my last video on YouTube. What are those exact setups I'm looking for? It's on the chart right now. If you look at it, if you're looking closely, it's on the chart, potentially in this fucking area. So hopefully that analogy makes sense. I think it was pretty lit. I'm not gonna lie. I think it was a pretty sick analogy. Pretty proud of myself. Just came up with that off the top of my head. So breaker, boom. High time frame bias, looking for longs. Look at the H4 here. Is there a setup here? I see an H4 SFP at the EQ within the breaker. That seems like a decent setup to me, right? Enter on the candle close. There's your stop. This is the exact setup I took. My entry wasn't quite this good. My exact entry is 19,108 and my stop is literally right below this low. That's my exact setup. And I just explained exactly how I got to there, starting all the way at the high time frame, right? So H4 SFP, what else do you have here? You have a break in market structure. You have a pullback into this H4 order block. Down candle before the up move that broke market structure. Pull back. There's your fill. Maybe you don't enter on that candle. Maybe you enter on the next one. But regardless, high time frame OB, high time frame mid-range, bullish market structure on the H4, lining up with that potential higher time frame, higher low, because what we're hoping for is low, high, higher low, higher high. That's what we're hoping for. So if that's what I'm hoping for on the high time frame, I need to see the low time frame sync up with that. What other setups are available here? Do you see any? Go down to the hourly SFP, right at our point of interest. Here's a great example here. This is a bearish SFP. This is a bullish SFP. Why did the bullish SFP play out like this and the bearish SFP not play out? Context. Knowing that this is an SFP is only one piece of the puzzle. Without context, this is meaningless because a bearish SFP into support, when you're looking for a high time frame high or low and you're bullish, a bearish SFP is something you want to ignore because that's not in line with that high time frame bias. You're zoomed in on your scope and you see a goat walking fucking over here. You're gonna queue out and look at that goat? No, you're waiting for the headshot in the second floor window, right? We're ignoring this. Why does this end up giving us the result we're looking for? Because it's one of those setups that I like, but it's in line with that high time frame context. The top-down analysis, it's at the area of support I'm looking for. I'm bullish for good reason that I've laid out, blah, 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 fucking blah. Bob's your uncle. So again, the hourly, multiple setups given. There's the SFP, hourly bullish order block. There's another hourly SFP. We're now in an uptrend on the hourly. You can be longing pullbacks into hourly OBs. There's a variety of different entries here, and you can go as low as you want because within this gray box, all you need to know is that you're looking for reasons to get long. However you decide to do that and whatever setup you want to take to get into that trade, that part is up to you. But knowing that this is where we're looking for longs, that does so much of the work for you and makes your life so much easier. And what used to appear as just noise is now a very defined area where you're looking to do business. So that's a lot of preaching and a lot of yelling, but I think that was a very valuable fucking rant. Okay, so we got the setup. We moved away. If you entered the trade how I entered it, you at the very least should have taken some profit by now. We hit 2 or 3R. You got to take a little bit off the table. Where's my first target? Bearish order block here. 4.3R already tagged. Still currently up 3.8R. I posted in Discord. I said, listen, I gave you the setup top down. I gave you the setup. I gave you the entry. It hit my first target. At this point, how you want to manage the trade is up to you. 4R offered on a platter with just my setup. There's setups on the lower time frame here where you could have entered with this as your risk. Low time frame SFP, why not? Double confirmation here. Ran this low, broke above, ran another low. That's an even tighter setup. So the money's been made. I've already paid myself a piece and I've already put my stop to break even. So I'm paid and I'm risk-free at this point. As much as this has been choppy and shitty for the last little while, you bang out one of these a week, that's a literal career. I know it sounds crazy. If you're able to get 4%, right? If you're risking 1%, you get a 4-hour trade in the week, you're up 4%. If you can even do that twice a month, compounding over time is a fuck ton of money. What investments are giving you 8% a month? Not a lot. And I know everyone's like, oh, like I'm 50R a month. Most of those people are fucking lying to you. Like a 4X trader, if they're able to get fucking 10R in a month, 10% consistently, that's crazy, right? So even though it's been choppy, very nice setup offered here, all in advance, in the Discord, on Twitter. I went into more detail on Discord than I did on Twitter. And again, if you want to get in the Discord, use the Prime link in the description, deposit some money, send me a DM and let me know that you've done that and I will get you in.